Give me. Good God, man. What the hell? Give me just a second. I don't know what's causing this. There's nothing I can do to change anything. You know what? Actually, let me see something. This might be a problem. Let's see if this is nope. Still dropping a lot of frames. Still not looking very good. Ay, ay, ay. Go to get it. Alright. Let's try this again. That should have been deleted. That also should have been deleted. Just a second. Are we good now? Is it better? Is the connection better? Hopefully it is. Nope. Doesn't appear to be so. I don't know why this stuff is dropping in such a bad way. I'm not sure what is going on. It's very frustrating. One of the things we're trying to do about it, try our best to work with it, but it's probably going to be very buffery. So we'll It's weird. It's very weird. You know, must be me. I don't know. It's just now it's not buffering. Now I just get on screen. You know, I guess my computer loves me. For whatever reason, I wasn't on the screen. The shit was buffering like crazy, like finna piss me off, like buffering. And then I switched to this scene, and now it's all fine. Stupid. Anyway, welcome to the den. All you wonderful, lovely, amazing people. I'm your host, Ed Honcho, man. It is my honor, my privilege, most of all, my pleasure to get to chop it up with you wonderful people at every opportunity we get. It's not every night, but as much as we possibly can. I thank you for being here. We have a very interesting topic tonight. I hope that all of you can relate in some form or fashion. Shout out to AB, had some great comments. Initially, I couldn't pin them all. Wish I could. But yeah, I don't know what's going on at all. Right, I have no idea why it's performing so poorly. But we'll see what we can do. Right, we'll take some calls. We'll do all that good stuff that we do. Slowly but surely, gonna start cleaning some stuff up. I know the folks who are sauce people like Hunter, you just gave up. You did. I'm deviating for a second. Sauce ain't dead. I promise. Just, I have to do something. But I was out and about this weekend, and I'm not going to say their name, but I encountered someone, and definitely got me remotivated on a lot of different things. But it was good to see you. Random, right? But let's get into it. We're going to talk about who loves harder, men or women. I think society paints a picture for us. I think that we have this certain narrative. I think that we have certain biases that make us feel the way that we may feel. But I want to look into it really. Let's really talk about reality, not marketing, not the false narratives and the fairy tales that we've been raised up on all our lives, right? But let's see who we have joining us. Let's talk about it, and then let's get into it, right? Doodly 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 doo, doodly 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 doo. Is the bot? Oh, I need to cut the bot back on. I forgot to restore the whole damn computer. Do 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 do. I don't know where's that from. All right, cool. AB, what's the motherfucking? Make sure you're in the live chat. Make sure you're in the live chat. The top chat is not where it's at. Shout out to AB. Let me see. I said the lovely Miss Bell, Jason, lovely Miss Sarah Lou, Ed Honcho himself. That's me. Kenneth in the building. got some got something to add to the conversation tonight. Okay. So Lease, what's the motherfucking deal? And there we go. All right, there we go. Let me see. And let me do this part right here. Cool. All right. I think we should be good. I think we are. I don't know. Let me make sure. Disconnect, reconnect, all that good stuff. Yeah, we're connected, all that good stuff. Sync. Yeah, cool. All right, cool. Awesome. That's nifty. Get online and fucking do what you're supposed to be doing. You're not doing the thing you do. Right there. Get on there. All right, cool. So, who loves harder, men or women? I wanted to catch some of what AB said before the messages slide off, right? And he said, straight up, men love harder because we're expected to lay down our lives for our woman. What woman will do that for their men? I'll wait. Cat Williams' voice. Said men are expected to release their resources to and for their woman. Women are inherently more selfish with their resources than men. This is true. Men are expected to take other men's children and provide to them as their own. Women ain't doing that on a large scale. Okay, this is also true. I've seen men become better because they love a woman. I don't see examples of women becoming better because they love their man. Didn't say it don't exist. I just don't see the examples. Let me just, where's that print screen button? Let me just copy that. All right, cool. I agree. I wish I could pin all of those messages. Now I agree, right? Because there are many situations where, give me just a second. All right, cool. There are many situations where you see men today are expected to be held to a higher standard, I think, to women. And I don't think it's just in the workforce or physical strength. I think it's all the way across the board, right? And I know I proposed this as a question, and I was going to try to play it accordingly on both sides of the field, but I cannot. I will not. I'm not able to, right? Because I don't believe it, right? I think women love most women love up to a level of convenience. Maybe convenience isn't the word I'm looking for. They love up to a certain benefit. Right? And once that benefit is no longer of value to them, then the love is no longer there, right? A man is not loved unconditionally. Something's going on outside. I don't know what it is, but I'm very interested. But a man is loved for what he can provide. Just like AB said, a man is expected to share his resources. Everything that he acquires, obtains, and gains in life, whether that woman was there for those things or not. And you say, well, material things don't equate to love. And you could be right. But the modern woman is materialistic, so the modern woman is going to equate love with the amount of money you can put in her bank account or the amount of money you can let her waste frivolously so she can impress other strangers on social media. Right? To each their own. 335. What's the motherfucking deal? But yeah. So again, like I said, that we are not loved in the same manner as everyone else, right? There are conditions to loving a man. And I know people are going to say, well, not I, and not me, and hooty hoo, and blibbity blah, and hibbity hoo ha, right? We know, but it's not all. We're not going to do the not all thing. When you come into the den, it's expected that not all is implied. Okay, not all is implied with each and every conversation. We're speaking in generalizations. We know we cannot account for however many fucking billion people it is on Earth. And do y'all really think that's like an accurate number? Like, there's probably like 100 to 200 million more people, like, that are just unaccounted for. I feel like floating around on Earth. There's like at least a couple of countries worth of people just floating around aimlessly. Um, Around the world. Because, like, people are moving around at any given time, right? Like always. Like, who's tracking everybody? We might have more people than we think. Um, yeah, I might not be able to hear what I hear. Okay. Um, yeah, pardon me for that. But anyway, so like I was saying, like men are expected to, like a man being a man is not good enough. That's not enough for the majority of women. I saw a video earlier, and I can't recall. I think AB sent it to me. Either AB or Trio. That's generally who I exchange videos with the most when coming across interesting things. Um, and a woman was saying some things that I haven't heard a woman say in a long time, right? And I was like, wow, that's very appealing. That's very interesting. But Lamel, what's the motherfucking deal? But yeah, you said you think even marrying a woman they value that. I don't think women value marriage anymore. What like women don't value marriage. And they don't value marriage as in this is a commitment to my partner. They value weddings, right? That's what it is. They don't value marriage. They value weddings. That's the perfect way to put it, right? That's exactly how I would say. These days they want to have the biggest, best, most extravagant wedding. They just want to be able to say I spent 40. Oh, so again, I talk to a lot of people, right? And I hear a lot of things, right? And I can't remember exactly who told me about this, and so I'm not pinpointing, but just, I guess kind of anecdotal. But somebody recently told me about someone who spent $40,000 on a wedding, right? Dondre, what's the motherfucking deal? Um, Spent 40,000 on a wedding. 40,000 on a wedding. And some people say, oh, 40,000. What's so bad about that, Honcho? I've seen worse on Bridezillas. 40,000. That's not that bad. Father of the bride, you know. No, $40,000 on a wedding. And you don't, you can't stand with your mama. Now, how you spend 40K on a day, and at your mama's where you stay? Hey, hey. Somebody's gonna be eating some Jello pudding that night. Anyway, again, why? To be able to get on Facebook, to get on all these other places and say I did this, or I did that, to impress the world. You know what 40K gets you a decent down payment somewhere. It could get you a decent down payment on something. You know what I mean? Ownership. Ownership. What? Miss Meat? Do we agree on something? Huh. Oh man, what's the motherfucking deal to everybody? But yeah, like again, I'm gonna tell you what. That's none of my business. That's another conversation. Again, make sure you guys. Let me see if this works. I push this button. Let me see if it happens. I don't think it is. I don't know if I set this shit right. No, I'm working on setting a bunch of the automation shit back up. I'm gonna do that tonight when we're in the Discord. I'm gonna definitely be working on a lot of that. Um, but getting back to the topic, I do believe that men love hard. Men are willing to risk more in every aspect of a relationship to have a woman, right? The resources, um, the initiation. 95% of the interactions between men and women are initiated by men, even though all men are perverts. You shouldn't be able to talk to a woman. If men can talk to women, nobody would ever be in a fucking relationship. It's stupid ass feminist bullshit. Anyway, but the overwhelming majority of relationships are initiated by men. The overwhelming majority of proposals are initiated by men, right? So again, men have to assume all the risk. And the risk is I get down on one knee. And how many times have you seen I get down on one knee, begging you, please? And you say no. Nah, nigga. And run off. You done seen them laugh and cackle and run off, right? All kind of crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, Ty Baker, what's the motherfucking deal? Delta Echo Golf, 10-4, Echo, radio silence. Um, pardon me. I didn't tell anybody to warn me, but I remembered myself this time. I have tea on the stove, so give me just a second. I need to boil. My water's boiling. But again, I believe that men love harder. So what we're gonna do real quick while I go check this tea on the stove, we're gonna do a quick poll, right? I knew it was too good to be true with Miss Meat. Quick poll: who do you believe loves harder? 0 for women, 1 for men. I'm trying to join the club, J Mel, but I can't find any chicks who want to join the club with me. They was like, nah, I ain't with that shit, nigga. I don't think I'm man enough to be a polygamist. But who loves harder? 0 for women, 1 for men. Give me just a second, and I'm checking my. All right. So getting back to it, tea smells wonderful. See what the poll says, because it is what it is and it does what it does. Tea on the stove. Tots. That might be a good idea for a local band, right? Sean, what's the motherfucking deal? I see Mo saying men. All right. Miss Bell picking options that are not there. 335 says women. And Josh is the answer. You feel me? You feel me? I'm working on it. I'm I'm trying to lay down a foundation, a proper foundation. So let's talk about it, right? And I do believe this. I think it's always been romanticized because men have always pictured women as this prize, throughout history, the Rapunzels and the Cinderellas and the fucking shoe. And with Sleeping Beauty, all of these different women were like, these men went through these crazy tasks to like get these women, right? Sleeping Beauty, what was it? Goofy Broad ate the apple. It was that Snow White. I don't even know. They was all doing the same shit. They all a bunch of dingbats. No, Sleeping Beauty hit the thorn, right? I think Sleeping Beauty hit the thorn. If it's still going bad, try refreshing it. Yeah, I agree. So like I can't remember who was. I don't remember. One of them turned into the dragon. I think that was Sleeping Beauty. Anyway, but these dudes had to do the most outrageous stuff. I mean, every story is man endures trials and tribulations to being the greatest man in the world, and he decides to go rescue this broad who couldn't get herself out of this trap, right? So he goes off to the rescue, does all this stuff. Cool. So anyway, we're made to believe women are prized. Women are told this, and they're told that some man is going to come rescue them, no matter how goofy they might fucking be, right? This is what they're told. There's a man out there. You're just waiting for your Prince Charming to come rescue your goofy ass. You know what I'm saying? Hold on one second. But yeah, like so that is the thing. That's the thing is like that they have this expectation. And I can't blame them, right? Society has always said that. We have always kind of reinforced this idea. Hey, Paul, what's the motherfucking deal? Disney really, yeah, Disney is definitely the number one purveyor of this bullshit. But anywho, and they continue to push it, right? Now they trying to change the narrative like they ain't been a part of the problem anyway. So I don't blame them. Women are waiting on the Prince Charming. And anytime a man fails in their eyes in some little facet, he's no longer up to par, right? But men don't view their women like that. Men know their women and all the flaws that come with them and accept it. Or even if they don't necessarily accept it and they know it's something that's a flaw that's bothersome to them, a man will work with their woman to help them improve. If it could be a weight thing, it could be some kind of skill, it could be some kind of whatever, right? A man will put the work in, help a woman improve. You see it all the time. And then once she improves, she'll leave him for a better man. I'm just watching a story about a chick who just lost 100 pounds. And she started getting more attention than ever. And she cheated on her husband, left him, and cheated on him, talking about she didn't even want to have the kids, I think, anymore, and all that other shit. Like, she wanted to leave everybody, her whole entire family, for the new dude, right? That's women in a nutshell. Now, some women are able to control this nature, right? The same way when women talk about men and being able to control their dick. Well, it's the same thing with women. Some women are just able to control their hypergamy. You feel me? They're not as, reckless as other women are, right? Because, again, just as bad. But what I will say is there are a few. I don't think there are as many. I don't think it's as prevalent. I think because women are easily influenced, and we talk about it every day, the Sukianas of the world and all that. Now, you don't need a man. It's basically you rent a man for a couple of years, on to the next one. You have a couple of kids by a couple of them. Then when you're tired of that, you find one that you hope will, you know, settle down with you after all the rest of the nonsense. That's kind of the mindset, these years. That's what's expected. When celebrities do it, why can't we do it? Women don't think in terms of love anymore. Men still want to find a wife, right? Men these days want to find a wife, someone that will be there to love, hold, cherish, and care for forever. Women want a man. There's no permanence to it. It's just a body. They just want a man. You know what I mean? They'll take it for as long as they can get it at this point. That's what I'm looking for. I'm loving it. Hold on, what's going on? Let me see. Okay. Give me 1 second. Something. Went just a little awry here. But yeah, and that's kind of what it is. So I think maybe there was a point in time when women did love more, but again, I don't know, right? Because women complain these days, but women were only in those relationships that long because they were forced to be in those relationships because they didn't have options to be better. So has this been women's nature all along? Have women really been the way that we see them being presented now all along? Has this woman's love been as falsely promoted, overly romanticized idea? I don't know. But I know as a man, I know interacting with other men and how they feel, and we speak openly and honestly. I do believe men love, in general, more. They're willing to risk more. And they love harder. They're willing to go through more. Life and limb. Men are willing to sacrifice their lives so that the woman can stay alive. Women aren't willing to do that, right? Women will do that for their children, but they will not do that for the man. A man will do that for his wife and his children, right? A woman will do it for a kid. She wouldn't do it for a husband. She'll find another husband, but she won't, Anyway, right. So, that's my little ramblings for now. Kind of have some other things I want to speak on, I want to say, but I want to give y'all the opportunity to call in. I want to give y'all the opportunity to express your thoughts, whether you agree or disagree. I do have to do one thing. I have to go get my headset. I left the headphones in the other room. So, a couple of questions. One, so y'all can have those answers ready, right? First question I'm going to ask you is, who do you believe loves harder, men or women? So, have that answered, depending on what you answer from there. Or actually, I'm not even going to ask it that way. I got a certain way I'm going to ask it. And then, depending on how you answer, we shall go from there. But give me just a second. Let me sip my tea. It's scalding hot. I'm burning my taste buds off as we speak. I didn't even know first name was in the chat tonight. Now that you mentioned it, Josh, I guess I'll have to go back and look. I expect to read nothing but nonsense. Incoherent nonsense. Because I don't know. It's gibberish, really. It's gibberish. Right? It's Jezebel gibberish. there's no music. I'm just doing stuff. I don't know why y'all pay attention. I'm out here reckless jigging with no music. Y'all just sitting here allowing this type of shit. Whew. All right, so before I open up the line, and the line I guess technically is already open. I was semi-prepared this evening. I just don't have to pull up the screen. It'll take me a shot. Because I expect to hear some ridiculousness this evening, right? And to prepare for this ridiculousness, I need to take me a shot. Also, in 2 days, it is my birthday, okay? All I want y'all to do me one favor. I want you to bring a friend to the den. Was that Wednesday? Let me Google that shit. I don't even know. It might be Thursday. Wednesday. All right. Wednesday, I want you to bring a friend to the den. So you got a couple of days to think about it. We'll go live at 9 o'clock. I don't know what the topic's going to be just yet. Depending on something interesting nationally happens. If not, we might talk about BBW. Since the den was built on BBWs, we might have BBW Appreciation Night. What the fuck is wrong with me? We're going to have BBW Appreciation Night for my birthday in the den. I think that's a great idea. Maybe that and a little bit of karaoke. No, we're going to say karaoke for the Discord. All right. Shrooms. I wish I had some fucking shrooms. I wish I had some shrooms, honestly. I am waiting for the opportunity. So, I know this is off track. We're going to get into the conversation. We already know men love harder than women anyway, so, I mean, the calls can wait like 2 more minutes, right? But, like, y'all know I'm a proponent. It sounds very bad. I'm a proponent of drug use, right? I feel like people should experiment, do whatever. If they can give you all these crazy bullshit medicines that really ain't doing shit for you, you should be able to put whatever the fuck you want to in your body, right? If you're telling me this medicine's good for me, and then 3 years later you hear that commercial, have you been taking bullshitaville? Now you got fucking liver damage, or you may have a claim. Like, you can sell this shit to me, but I can't go out and, do some drugs. Now, in moderation, right? I think everything in moderation. Like, don't become a head. Like, do drugs, but don't be a head. You know what I'm saying? What? You can get some shrooms and a BBW? Shit. You can give me a BBW on shrooms, you'll be my best friend for like the rest of the year. That's a party. That's the only kind of party I need. I have a problem. I need help. Yeah, some of your shrooms. I've been watching for real. Like, I really want to fuck with some shrooms. It's that and that, what's that other shit? What's that other, that ayahuasca shit? Like, I will take some more psychedelic shit. Like, but I need to be in a safe environment like a desert, and I need 2 verified Indians. Feather, not red dot. But anyway, all right, cool. Hey, man, I'm good. Like, ooh, I don't know. Don't let me lie to you. Probably right now, oh, I don't think I got 3. I don't know if I could bench a 3 right now. Definitely not a 315. I don't know. I might be able to. I might be able to bench 3. See, roll on my bar, push up off me. Anyway, let's get to the serious topic. I'm about to open up the line. I love you, wonderful people. Y'all are all great people. Most of you. First name I still got questions about until she called in and actually verbalized the nonsense that she's been saying. If she actually says the shit, okay. So something is saying it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. All right. Oh, okay. The shit wasn't allowing the shit. All right, my bad. So that's why the dilly-dally wasn't dialing in the dilly. All right, cool. All right, let me put the number up. Let's take some calls. 832-464-4555. You can call. If you're not brave enough, if you're not brave enough to call, you can text. I'll be more than happy to accept your text message. No, I probably wouldn't be. I'd probably prefer you to call. But if you ain't got the cojones to call in, you cojones to call in and speak your mind, it's okay. It's okay. You call in, you say what you say. You say a little harder. The men a little harder than the women. Women a little harder than the men. You tell me what you think. All right. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
What's good, Hunter? It's J Mo.
Actually, about 5 seconds. Let me, toot. I don't know if it's these or not. All right, can you hear me? Red team go, red team go.
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. It's J Mel, bro. You can hear me?
Hold on. I call myself being fancy and doing some shit the right way, but y'all know, players fuck up. It is what it is, right? Now, this is just what happens. Hold on, I need to do.
Testing.
1 second.
Can you hear me?
All right. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
What's good, Hunter? It's J Mel.
J Mel, what's the motherfucking deal? How you doing this evening, Mr. J Mel?
I'm good, Hunter. I figured I might as well call first and get the truth out before they come with all that bullshit.
Oh, are you expecting shenanigans and tomfoolery?
I'm just expecting women to be women,
Okay. Understood. All right, so
I expect all accountability to leave the chat.
Oh, that is left as soon as the stream started.
As soon as it started.
Oh. So in your opinion, Mr. J Mel, who loves harder? Do men love harder than women, or do women love harder than men?
Obviously, men love harder than women because men love unconditionally. They love not based on what you can do for them, but just based on you being there for them. A woman will only love you conditionally, based on you providing for them and putting up with all their bullshit at the same time. And then they still might not. Because we all know niggas that did they all for a hoe and then come home and she fucking a nigga in their bed, in their house.
That is a very unfortunate situation. But it happens all too often.
It does happen.
Oh, okay. So
Wouldn't let that shit happen to me though. But
yeah, oh, did you hear a story? This is way off topic, but kind of relevant. I just heard about, I think, a broad from Washington or Vermont, one of them weird ass states. She walked in on her baby daddy smashing another broad while the kids were in the room. And basically, he told her to join in. She wasn't with the shit. Apparently, the third party was providing fellatio to the baby daddy when baby mama shot her in the head, therefore causing her to clamp down upon his phallus, causing him to usher out in pain or some form of yell. She took the kids and left, and now there's a warrant for her arrest. I don't know. They might have got her yet. I don't know. But you hear about that?
I did not hear about that. But as you would say, that's unfortunate.
Very
unfortunate.
Very. Saddens me, really. Really.
God damn, I felt that in my soul.
I mean, of the whole story, it might sound fucked up, maybe because I'm a man. I understand a boy gets shot in the back of the head, but the clamping down upon the penis, that's the most painful part of the story to me.
Yeah.
It's just
she didn't feel a thing. If you ask me, she got the short. He got the short end of the stick, literally.
Yeah. No. Terrible.
God. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. But it sounded to me like there's way more to that story because he was way too comfortable for her to walk in. For her to walk in on that and him invite her to the festivities. Yeah. That means they must have done some other stuff like that in the past. Yeah. And she just wasn't with it this time.
Yeah. Oh, I would agree. Yeah. Or maybe got the party started without her. some be like that. They be okay with it. You just can't, start the party without them. So.
But I had a situation like that with my ex-wife. We used to do what we did or whatever. And one night she set something up. I got back home and she done fell asleep on a bar. And the chick that she had over there was with the shit. So I did what I did. Yeah. The next day she wanted to fight the chick.
Oh, that's terrible. Well, I mean, it was a purpose that, you was invited over here for. You don't want to make a blank trip, So, I mean,
yeah, I was just being a good host, Hunter. I
agree.
The hostess with the mostest.
I agree.
But, like that, they taught us as kids, you snooze, you lose.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, I've snoozed and I've loosed, and I don't know.
And I oozed.
The other way. I've been up and I came
snooze,
up.
Lose, and I oozed.
But yeah, I definitely understand that. So, I mean, do you think this is just modern women who are not as loving as men? Do you think in the past maybe women were overall more loving, or have women always been this way?
Well, like I said in the chat, Honcho, this should go back to biblical days. Look what Eve ho ass did in the garden. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Whether you believe it or not, it's still one of the oldest stories of women, if not the oldest story of women. So I mean, hey, this shit is, history is not on their side when it comes to this, because she had everything she needed. Yeah. That nigga pulled out a rib for you to be here. You wouldn't even be here, and you still betrayed that nigga.
And this goofy ass loved you so much, he went down the rabbit hole with you, dumb ass. See, Adam was a dumb.
Right with you.
You know what I'm saying? Because that nigga, that's what I say. Adam wasn't a perfect man. Adam wasn't perfect. And fucking.
Nah, Eve he might have been perfect, but Eve had that fire, boy.
I mean, you know what? You bring up a very good conversation. Eve had to have the original wet, right?
Well,
all women stem from Eve, right?
Yeah, that first WAP.
Yeah, the original WAP. Ah, damn.
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting. Yeah. But he risked it all, like you said, for her. But I think if he'd have stayed true, God would have recognized the play in Adam, and he would have provided him with, something better. But instead, he went head first behind that broad, and now we all suffer.
The shit a nigga will do behind some good pussy, bro.
Yeah.
We lose all logic and sense.
Yeah.
Look at homeboy. Homeboy got his dick bit off.
I'm tripping. Oh,
that's tragic.
You can go from a possible 3-way to a Lorena Bobbitt situation. That is a bad deal.
Nigga went from a threesome to a transition to a sex change.
And the thing I'm most concerned about is, like, what kind of trauma is that on the children? Like,
that's the wildest part. Now, you said that he had the children in the room while
No, they were in another room. But
okay.
He was, at the house, I guess, supposed to be watching the kids while she got off from work. I could see it. You were working. It'd be different if you was just doing something and I just got going without you. But like, you at work,
I mean, I see how she could be upset.
Yeah.
But I mean, you kind of went. You might have took it out a little far. It might have been too far. Yeah. You could have just slapped that bitch upside the head or something. He might have still got his shit bit, but
at least gave a warning.
You got the headshot her. Shoot that bitch in the kneecap. She already on her knee.
Oh wow.
There's just a lot of it.
Yeah, there are the options. Okay.
There's a lot of other avenues she could have took, but hey.
Okay.
But yeah, we know women's love it's not even ever really to me that's men's biggest struggle, is knowing if a woman actually even loves them. Because you could go your whole life with a woman and question her the whole time you with her, just based off her behavior. Because we know what's women's favorite thing to do, nag a nigga. And you got to look at it like, if you love me, why the fuck is you nagging me all the time?
Exactly. Why?
You supposed to be my peace. because they don't. But deep down, they ain't never really had fun, huh? Sure.
Mm.
They they. It's a bottomless pit of unhappiness in their heart.
Mm.
So they want you to, you know the saying, misery loves company.
Yeah. Do you think they fill that bottomless pit of unhappiness up by destroying men's happiness?
Oh yeah, definitely,
The
definitely.
little meter goes up a little bit.
But see what it is, Honcho, is they wanna they wanna go do bald headed hoe shit with their bald headed hoe friends.
Mm.
And once you get a man, all that is cut out. So now they resent you for it. They
Uh,
mad at you because they can't go be a hoe no more.
well,
But supposedly you want a man to provide for you so you don't have to do none of this whole shit no more. But once we take you out of that, you miss the whole shit so much that you'll self sabotage what you got going on.
oh yeah, absolutely. And then blame the man for it.
Oh, it's always our fault.
Yeah, he'll self
He
sabotage.
was
Do it. It is your fault somehow. Yeah.
yeah. She want to go do it because we know that that's what you want to do. We know men know that you want to go out there and be a hoe with your whole friends. And so when we tell you no, now we control them.
Yeah.
Now we mentally and verbally abusive. Like all this bullshit that they come up with to justify them going out to be a whore.
Mm. All right. You know what? And I want to point something out. Michelle just made a statement, right? And what she said is, man, y'all picked some real diamonds. Funny thing is, if these roles were reversed, right, and she's listened to her girlfriends talk about how men are terrible, they're dirty dogs, and all of those things, do you think she would respond in the same manner, Mr. J. Mel?
Ask the question again.
I said, Miss Michelle in the chat has responded
Mm-hmm.
to us in our conversation by saying, wow, y'all picked some real diamonds. So insinuating that is our fault for the woman that we picked, which I can agree with. But do you think she would issue that same rhetoric if these roles were reversed and she was talking to or about one of her homegirls?
Oh, you know she wouldn't. It would be, oh, niggas ain't shit. You know how they do. But at the same time, you know, it's not that we pick diamonds. It's that 9 out of 10 of you hoes is cubic zirconias. And from a distance, all that shit looks the same. That's the real issue. You hoes is out here faking. You fugazi.
Hey, Fugazi. What nobody said? You can't tell. They always say why you can't find the good women because your hoes is the good women sitting too close to the hoes. Can't tell
Yeah,
the difference.
exactly.
Yeah.
They out there right next to you in the club doing hoe shit with you. They just not being as much of a hoe, but they right there involved in the hoe shit.
Shout out to It's All an Illusion. No shout out to Broderick. I don't know about that dude sometimes. Okay. Well, you have any other thoughts or views on who loves harder, men or women?
I just want to address Sarah real quick because I see her chirping in the chat,
Okay.
and that's why she ain't got no man no more. Cause she, cause you talking about I'll pick some winners, but you obviously don't know how to pick them either, and you got dollar internet. That's another story for another day.
I have no comment.
I'll just play it there. It's all love. It's all
Oh
love.
man,
I'm playing.
this is some good tea. Yeah. Oh man.
Lord.
Shout out to the
But
lovely Miss Sarah Lou. Okay.
yeah, shout out to her. But I'm in my car right there. We'll let them get their lives off.
All right. Well, that's been Mr. J Mel. I appreciate you kicking the party off, getting the conversation started. And we're finna see where it goes from here, man. We will definitely see. It's going to be very
To the
awesome,
left.
but I appreciate that.
All the way to the left.
Oh man, well, That's a bit. I appreciate you, Mr. J. Mill, getting the party started. Thanks for calling in this evening, sir.
That's a bit, bro.
All right, have a good evening. Are the calls about to start going left? We are about to find out on tonight's episode of The Den Show. Oh, that sounds so crazy because everything's echoing in my ear right now. Professor Trill, hola, ¿cómo está? Broderick. I don't know about that project, dude, man. I don't know about that dude. I really don't. It's questionable. His character is questionable at best, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's just. So I'm trying to see something here. We're supposed to be able to. That's not working. All right. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
It's Belle.
Hello, Miss Bell. How are you this evening?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm doing very well, Miss Bell. Excuse me. What's on your mind this evening?
Well, you had a question. I'm taking the fifth on it because I'm not going to decide who loves harder, men or women. But what I will tell you is that women are less tolerant of men's bullshit. And not every woman goes after a man because of what she can financially provide for him.
Okay. Would you say that most women or less women or fewer women
I would
prefer
say,
to go for assets?
I'd say most women do. I just wouldn't say all.
Okay.
And if we're going to be real, yeah. However, can't say if men or women love deeper because deeper is different than sex. Deeper is different than relationship. I mean, we've been talking all around everything from sex to marriage to weddings, and all of those are different than love.
But are those all aspects of love?
Not really. I mean, a wedding is basically performing for your people and letting them see you start the marriage, but a marriage is between two people.
Who wants weddings more, men or women?
I think women are trained for that being the ultimate achievement, or at least from my generation, is that women were taught that it's proper to get married. Now, men might dog and do whatever they want to do until they decide to finally settle down. That doesn't make it love or marriage. It just means that they're dipping their wick.
But don't you think that you gotta dip your wick before you decide to stick? You know what I mean?
See, that's the thing. How high do you need your body count before you decide that it's love and not just a piece of ass?
Well, is she willing to do something strange for a piece of change?
That's more of a call girl than it is a wife.
Well, I don't
Once
know. You
start
said most
putting a
women
dollar
want
amount
resources.
on it,
So, I mean,
when
resources
you start putting
cost.
a dollar amount on it, that's an exchange of services.
I mean,
for
but
money.
isn't it all an exchange of services?
Shit. You know, you may not be completely unwrong about that. I just don't know the percentage on it.
So, okay. You said most women expect and want a man that's going to provide and have resources. You would agree with that?
Yeah, self-sufficient works. Yeah.
Okay. And so, with that being said, if a man that they initially got with because of those resources or those things started to lack in that area, do you think that they would maintain the same feelings?
I would say that it would change the relationship, but maybe not the feelings, because feelings are separate than actually dealing with a relationship.
Well, why would it change the relationship? Who or what would change in the relationship? If that was
Because
that?
whatever one or the other was bringing to the table is not doing that, and it's changed the dynamic, and it puts stress on the other partner to step up.
But what if she wasn't doing anything? He's just not making as much as he once was. And so she had an expectation.
Well, again, it changes the dynamics if that's how the relationship was started and that was what they talked about. However, with her not contributing, that's not cool either. But if she's staying home and raising children, if we're at that part of the relationship, then she's not doing nothing. She's contributing to childcare. She's contributing to the home. She's contributing to the daily needs of the house so that the partner can go out and work.
Okay, I'll take it. I mean, that's acceptable. I just find it peculiar, if you will.
Tell illusion, I'm not 1983, but I was definitely brought up in a different generation. And at that point, yeah, we could, when I was growing up, yeah, we could have a one-parent income. But today's day and age, you've got to have both people working in order to financially survive. So it's not just the man that has to bring back to the table. Women do too.
Yeah, but here's the thing. When it comes to men and women, right? A man is not looking at a woman. He's not going to value a woman. His love or affection for a woman is not going to be determined by the resources that she has. Okay, in the same sense that a woman would for a man that she's seeking. So
financial, no.
But that's what we're talking about.
But there are other parts of that. There are other parts to that.
But that's the primary thing. There are women who are outwardly dictated. If financially you're not a certain way, I can't have certain feelings for you. Men don't say things like that. So if my love or your love for me can be gauged on a financial measurement, is that love really substantial?
Repeat that. I was sidetracked by something J. Mel said. And the answer is no.
Okay. So my thing is, most women's love is contractual. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would say it is.
Okay. Would you say that most men's love is also contractual?
I don't know because I'm not a man. I don't have a position on that.
Okay. From your experience of what you've just observed and your
I would say yes. There are certain contractual things or expectations. I don't know if you consider it contractual, but there are definite expectations.
Okay. What do you think those expectations are?
Depends on the depth of the relationship. I mean, if it's just kind of dating, they expect a woman to be able to put out. If it's more than that, marriage long term, I mean, it's divvying up house chores. It's, do you want to have children? There's a whole ball of questions that are different for marriage than dating.
Okay. I think those are things that definitely should be addressed in the dating period before you get to marriage. But my thing is this. Do you feel that men put the same type of stipulations on women that women put on men?
No.
Who do you think puts more stipulations on the other, men or women?
I think they're just different. I don't think it's one more than the other. And I think that it's individual in the fact of what a person will tolerate. Some women tolerate their men going to jail and being life sentences and they stick by them. Some women just walk out the door after a guy has waved at another woman. I mean, it just depends, and it goes the other way around. Can you see a man sticking around if a woman's been put away for murder for a lifetime? No. They'll step out and go to the next piece.
Well, the reason why a man probably wouldn't stick around if a woman's getting put away for murder is probably because she killed him.
It could have been a vehicular homicide with a DWI, but the point is that men's tolerance for women's bad behavior is less than men's.
You said men's tolerance for bad behavior. Women's tolerance for bad behavior is less than men? Or repeat that.
I would say it's individual. I mean, obviously, what you spoke on the topic earlier with the woman taking revenge on the side piece and the husband. But it goes both ways. I mean, men have walked out for women having a side piece too. So it's hard to say. Insecurity and jealousy plays a lot into all relationships.
I think,
and that's where the level of tolerance comes in.
All men should walk out if the woman is, engaging in infidelity. All women should give men a second, third, and fourth chance if he just happens to violate the confines of their relationship, right?
Oh, so like he just fell into her vagina, right? Is that what you're saying?
Right.
So that's
Exactly.
okay?
Yeah.
Oh, so you want our tolerance of your bad behavior to be higher than your expectations of us to have a low body count?
Well, I mean, here's the thing, right? And it goes to this. You just said women expect, or they have a more transactional view of relationships. So they expect a man to come with resources. So a man should come to a relationship with more than a woman. A woman expects the man to carry the majority of the load. Not saying that women don't do their share, but it's expected, whether within the relationship, and we can say, well, it's individual dynamics. I don't care what kind of relationship you're in. A woman would always look at a man when she's at that it could be 42, you know what I'm saying, 58. Once you start getting more than 40%, she's starting to look at that man less, if not in the 30s. You know what I'm saying? It's never truly equal. Even when a woman says 50-50, she is not feeling 50. She still feels like she's doing more.
Wait a minute. What I'm hearing you say is that you want women to accept men's bad behavior and excuse their behavior and not judge them on that behavior. But yet, if the table was ever turned, we would automatically be cut with a knife.
No, my deal is this. If a man has to be the protector, provider, and the resource bringer, and he's bringing the majority of that, he should have more expectations. If I have to go out
expectations is different than obvious fuck-ups. Because you're asking a woman to excuse bad behavior when a man would never excuse the same behavior.
What if she's not providing and taking care of, and she's not doing all these things? Hey, sometimes we need an outlet, right?
Oh, so she's not bringing the exact same paycheck. You have that right to hoard it over her, that if he fucks up on the side, that he's okay because he can financially deal with the side check.
Yeah, I mean, and as long as he can afford a visit to the clinic and everything's all good, hey, why not?
So that's excusing bad behavior rather than having them be accountable for their behavior.
I mean, what is there to be accountable for?
Stepping out on something. If you've said that you're going to be with that person and you've made marriage vows, to be with that one and only person, you stepping out is breaking that vow. And it also breaks the trust in the relationship. It's not always about money. Trust is so easy to lose and so hard to get.
But see, here's the thing, all right?
And that's part of love, not sex. Sex is contractual.
Here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
When a man cheats, women, you shouldn't even be mad at the man. You should be mad at the other woman for allowing that man to have access to her body. You shouldn't be mad at your man. You should be thankful that you have the man that you have, because you have a gift that other women want. You should be grateful, because nobody wants somebody that nobody else wants, right?
So wait a minute.
He's doing you a favor. He's doing you a favor and showing you his value. And so by visualizing his value, you appreciate him more.
Wait a minute. If I don't know that woman, I'm not going to hold it against her. But if I know that chick, I'm going to snatch that bitch's hair and get her the fuck out of my place. And I will tell you straight up. However, if the person didn't know that he was involved with somebody else, I would give her benefit of the doubt and walk out. Happen again, I'd snatch her.
Really?
Yep.
Why?
Because for you to think that you can step into my zone with the person that I'm in a relationship with, you got the wrong fucking one.
Have you ever had an encounter like that? I think words work much better than violence. So I mean, I don't. I don't. It's just so aggressive. I just don't. I don't understand. Okay. Okay. I mean,
And Josh, no, I'm not with anybody right now, but I was with somebody for over 20 years. So I do definitely have the experience of knowing what the potential could be. Have I seen women in the room looking at my husband like he was a piece of meat that they wanted? Absolutely.
did that make you want your husband more?
Nah, just it didn't do a damn thing for me. It just kind of pissed me off.
Oh, so you looking at shit the wrong way. See, so it's not even the husband. It's not even the women. It's you, Miss Bell. You're looking at the situation the wrong way. You gotta recalibrate your perspective.
I can't hear anything you're saying. You must put me on mute.
No, I'm still here. I'm just fucking with you, Miss Bell.
All good. All good. Shit.
See, and this is what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying because I'm looking at the women in the chat and I've just listened to conversations
You get distracted.
and how easily y'all get triggered by the most simple things. And I mean, it is. It's funny. It's sad, but it's funny because the reason why I say it's sad because I feel like there is a pain point somewhere in the things that I'm saying, and I don't, and so it's like maybe y'all all have mutual relatable situations, whatever. But no, I'm not telling anybody to cheat on anybody if you've made.
No, and have I behaved jealously? Yes, I'm not going to tell you I haven't. Has it been one of my finer moments? Probably not for me or them. But my point was taken and never had a problem with them again.
Okay. Oh, my goodness. I had my chuckles this evening.
Me too. All right, let some of the guys call in and let's see how this goes sideways.
All right, Miss Bell, thank you for calling in. I appreciate you being a good sport. And
Absolutely.
have a good evening.
Good night.
Good night. Oh, goodness gracious. Y'all can't take me too serious, right? Like, at least for the next 2 or 3 days. Y'all, little serious, like mostly serious, but not like too serious. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
You are a piece of SHIT, because you're a piece of SHIT.
How you doing this evening, Mr. Q?
I'm doing good, my brother. How you doing, man?
Doing very well. Now, why do you have these sentiments about me, Mr. Q?
You're a poop master. I'm gonna call you the poop master because you just full of it. You just, man. And look. Your opinion represents a hefty amount of my fellow brothers out here. I mean, y'all going outside. Look, and the crazy part about it is you don't even know that you're going outside. That's the crazy part. Y'all so delusional. Y'all call women delusional. Nigga, y'all delusional because you don't even see how you're going outside. So look, I come with facts. So I'll bring some facts to you and I'll share my opinion.
Okay.
If it's cool with you. Okay. So factually speaking, there have been many researchers to conduct studies on this topic, and to your liking, by many researchers, it's been concluded that men do love women more than women. Statistically speaking, love more, not deeper. Loving more and deeper are two different things. Um, uh, Men typically love more, and it says that men love faster, more quickly. Hence why you see the puppy love and love at first sight, because men typically fall in love with anybody.
Hmm.
Anybody, any woman that catches their eye, and it's usually governed by appearance. That's what the stat says. It's governed by appearance. Now, when women, the reason why women take a bit longer to fall into it because they add different aspects to the equation than appearance. Talk about personality. You know what I'm saying? Talk about where you're at in life. You know, sex does play a part in that as well. But it's a culmination of things. Whereas men typically the physical, and it's typically led with lust. So sometimes it can be confusing for a man. Is he in love or is he in lust? That's why niggas be like, I fall in love. No, you just got a little puppy love. You got lust. That's all. That's all. Because take the take the PUSSY out the equation, and niggas wouldn't be talking about they falling in love as fast as they are. So research also says that men are naturally designed to express their love. Hence, you talk about the courting, the buying, the baby, the date, expressive that way, whereas women express their love in a more nurturing type of way. So women and men are designed differently, and those differences play a part in how each other um, falls in quote unquote love and all of that. Now, it also states that um, uh, 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 an average woman. No, I won't get that one. Okay, so it does take longer for women to warm up to love because they're taking into account of their previous experiences. They're taking into account of the women in their lives, the stories that they've been told by the women in their lives, and what they've seen from their relationships with their friend groups. So they halt a bit more because of those things. Whereas men, like there are no stop signs. There are no stop signs um, for men. You see a lot of men when having sex, he'll slip out, "I love you." Men typically say, "I love you" first. That's what that says. He'll say, "I love you" first. It'll come out during sex. Again, lust, lust. You don't know nothing about this girl. You don't know nothing about her. You know a little something, something, and you come out you love her. You know. So yeah, you may think you're in love, but yeah. So boom. So it also says that it says I love you, falling in with your flames. Okay. So it also says that it says researchers have also found that for men, an overperception of a woman's sexual interest in them was linked to frequently falling in love. So when a woman is sexually attractive, or when she shows her sexual interest in you, you think that's love. And that explains why men feel as if their love isn't reciprocated a lot. Again, it goes in the more surface levelly type of things. It also says that women in Africa typically don't uh, say "I love you" until a long time. That's what the stats also says. Um, okay, So those are a couple stats, and now I'll tell you about my personal opinion. I do agree with what the research says. If you do research this, it's plenty of different researchers, men and women, and both agree that when men love more, but that more again it goes into the left field. It goes into the first woman that'll give him a chance. He fall in love with her. It's real quick. You know, that love also is ownership has something to do with that love as well. Um, um, that's what the study says, and that's what I personally believe
Is
as
is
well.
it ownership or is it protection?
Ownership, ownership. See, a man may look at it like it's protection, but what what is he protecting? His property. His property. That's what he's protecting. Same way police typically protect property. They don't really protect people like that. It's the property. So yeah, it's the protection. Y'all like to say it's protection, no, but it's ownership because I'm protecting my property. What I don't like about these conversations is that they are like, like how you preference it. Well, men do X, Y, and Z. Men whoop 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 whoop, and women whoop whoop. It's it's so again. It's like either left or right. There is no balance, and um, there's flaws in all, and both uh, will have some instances where this one loves more, and some will have some instances where the other one loves more. But what I don't like about these conversations is that it's just hard right or hard left.
I don't
There's
think it's hard
no
right or hard left. We're just leaning with the generalities. That I think we
right.
account for. There's always going to be situations that are going to differentiate, and it could be almost as much as half. But if that 51% is the majority, I just tend to lean with that way in the conversation if that's what the majority of people are doing.
Right, hard left. So you said something earlier about how men accept women's flaws. They accept all their flaws, and they end up working with the women on a large scale with their flaws, and all of that crap. That's bull crap. It's bull crap because the moment your peace is consistently interrupted, you're out. Unless, unless you're addicted to toxicity. Unless, um, from my perspective, women put up with a lot of crap from men just to really for just to say they have a man. From my perspective, men and women just be with men just to say they have a man. Because having a man, you're not complete as a woman unless you have a man. You hear other women will tell women that's why you can't keep a man. That's why you don't have a man. You need to go find a man. Like these are all rebuttals to say to women in arguments. If one doesn't have a man or got a divorce, men even say it as well. Having a man is the end all be all. And so to me, they'll put up with more. They washing poopy drawers on a regular because niggas don't clean their butt. I mean, that's a thing as well. Niggas just don't clean their butt. They don't wipe their butt. Niggas think that's gay. To thoroughly clean, to thoroughly wipe and clean their booty hole. Okay, sorry to get vulgar, but you can also Google this as well. Men and women be having to throw away their sheets because niggas poop be going through the drawers onto the sheets. And yeah, this is a real Google this. This is real experiences. I'm talking. One, from my personal experience with my grandparents. My grandparents have been married for over 50 years. And I've heard my grandma fuss my grandfather out plenty of times for his doo-doo draw and the doo-doo coming through the drawers to the sheet, to the sheet. You know what I'm saying? Thinking of just thinking. And she's had to throw Fruit of the Looms. You know, nigga wear Fruit of the Looms. She had to throw Fruit of the Looms in the trash because they're just too poopy. You know, from my perspective, men will work. They'll go out and work. You know, well, the ones that do work. If you're talking about marriage and the protector, the provider type thingy, you'll go out and work and do whatever you do in work to bring home the bacon. But if the woman is this wife that men claim they want, like the wives of my grandma that had their own career in college education and raised 4+ kids and took care of the home. In my case, my grandparents have a business, a trucking business. She was the one who created the business, even though he go out and work, but she actually created the business aspect of it, the LLC of it all. She does the book work, the taxes, all the receipts, the handle the driver, works on the contract. You know, that's like 3 different jobs right there that she's doing. Then you're talking about the home. You're talking about doing the laundry. Without the woman, you got to pay someone to do the laundry. She's cooking every day. My grandma cooked every day, except for maybe Friday or Saturday. She eat Chinese food, something like that. That's a chef. That's a job. She birthing your baby. She's risking her life and her baby. You talking about when men risk it all? Women are literally risking their lives having babies and just letting their bodies go, and now their stomachs look like oatmeal cream pies. Stomachs look like
Wait.
oatmeal pies.
So, I mean, only one side of us can do that job. This is what they're naturally designed to do. And I
Well,
understand that there's a level of risk and mortality rates and things like that. But even the losing the body, there's a lot of women who stay active. I think it's more of an American thing of the women who lose their bodies because we just have an overall poor way of health. Because you see it a lot. There's women who they stay active during their pregnancy, they do all that stuff, and they bounce right back. There's different variations. Generally, they tend to be
many
anorexic,
of
but
that is
that's all it is.
genetics. Many of those women have good genetics and they bounce back.
Mm-hmm.
The majority of women don't bounce back like that. Their You have to think their stomach is stretched out for 9+ months.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be some type of, if their skin isn't as elastic or however you say the word, there's going to be stretch marks. There's going to be some type of a oatmeal cream pie stomach. She's going to have a brain stomach down there. Going to have a little kangaroo pouch, if you will. A little kangaroo pouch. And the older she get, the deeper the kangaroo pouch going to be. Yeah, look at house. So to me, the woman doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the times, I have a college friend. She's experiencing this with her husband, not respecting her jobs, taking care of the child care of the home and the cooking and the sex whenever he wants to. My college friend, she said her husband wants sex sometimes twice and 3 times a day. You know, like you gotta have sex with the nigga, cook for him, clean, take care of his baby, make sure her homework's good, take her to gymnastics, like I say, handle the business. That's a lot of jobs. Niggas just gotta go to work and do
So,
one job.
so wait. So she's a stay-at-home mom.
My college friend is a stay-at-home mom.
And I
And my
respect the difficulties that go into stay at home momming, right? But at the same time, I'm not going to compare it depending on the type of work that a man is doing. Stay at home momming isn't
but
slave labor, it's mentally taxing, but it's
no, it's
not
not.
slave labor.
Bruh, listen, you have, okay, so let me give you an example with my grandparents. My grandfather gets up to go to work 3 o'clock. He gets up at 3 o'clock in the morning. He gets up, she's naturally going to get up. She making sure he got his lunch made, little sandwich made, whatever leftovers in the kitchen. She making his lunch. When he get up, she get up. He leave to go to work. She'll go back to sleep, but she waking back up 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, cleaning up the kitchen from the previous night, doing whatever cleaning she doing in the house, fixing the bed, doing laundry, prepping dinner. He might fly home to pick up some more lunch or whatever, if he's a trucker, so he might come in and out, you know what I'm saying? Cooking dinner, doing laundry, doing the bookwork, might doing some taxes from last year, running errands, going grocery shopping, going to the bank, going to a contractor, picking up a truck part, you know. That's a lot of work. I mean, that's a job.
How much of that would
You
she be
know,
doing if she was a single woman?
if she was a single woman, she would do what regular people do. She would get up whenever she feel like getting up to go to her job, come home and cook her dinner or eat takeout. She won't
So,
have to clean up after because niggas don't clean up after themselves.
but she would have to clean up after herself, right?
She has
So
to clean
she,
up after herself,
but she would
which is
still be
one
cleaning.
person.
Okay.
No, she would be cleaning up for one person of dirty. She wouldn't be having to wash double clothes
Okay.
because
Well,
it's
he
one.
so again, but he has to go out and earn for multiple people. So what's so bad about her cleaning for multiple people? These are
No,
daily chores that
don't
people do
don't try to move the
regardless.
goalposts.
No, I'm just
Don't move the
asking. I'm
goalposts.
not moving it. I'm just
Somebody
asking. I'm
said
inquiring.
uh,
Because the
bad.
majority of what you're
Somebody
saying
said
is cleaning, and then I find it really crazy that as far as someone speaking on raising their children and calling it work, that's only something one group of us does. It's your child. It's raising your child. It's a part of life. This is a
right.
part of you. To call this a job, no, it's the part of the natural cycle of life. We just do it weird in the
No,
Western way.
it's very much so. Yeah, it's a part of your life if you decide to have children, but if she's doing that, the man ain't partaking in none of those duties. If they're together, even if they're not together, he's not partaking in any of those duties. So she doesn't have to do some of those roles as a parent. It would be great so the child becomes a competitor, meaning actually working with the child, doing homework on projects, getting tutoring, taking them to whatever foreign language class, gymnastics. Like she doesn't have to do those things. Those are extra. You know what I'm saying? So when you take into an actual parent, I ain't talking about like no lazy, no, like I'm talking about like an actual parent, and add that with the rest of the duties, all of that combined is a job. That combined, her daily task equals your job that you go out and work. Physically, because after all of that, you tired. The same way when you come home from work, you tired. So it's not. You say you respect it, but it's not really respected because to me, from my point of view, it's equal. You go out and work, she stay home and work. To me, it's equal. But um, I my last point that I have to say is that when you come about this cheating stuff, nigga, look, this cheating stuff is reckless. It's reckless
Mhm. Yes, absolutely.
because, huh,
Yeah, absolutely.
huh,
You said it's reckless.
it's totally reckless
Yes, I agree.
because if you go out and if you're the provider, because again, these conversations aren't equal because when men are saying that, oh, black women saying they got the education and if they make more than a man, they should have to take the bus driver and she should still respect him as a man and let him lead when a nigga can't even lead his life to the promised land, but he's supposed to lead her life. Well, we ain't going over there. So it's not equal, for you to say that, oh, because you're the provider, then you could frolic around town. But if she's the provider, she still has to be the same woman that she's required to be, even with a provider. That's not equal. I mean, I believe in fairness. I also believe that the whole thing of feeling like you could get a pass to cheat because you're a provider, to me, that not only is it breaking vows that you made, because my thing is you knew nigga you was gonna cheat from the beginning. You probably was cheating before you got married. Now, again, lead with honesty. Be like, yo, we gonna get married. I might cheat here and there, you know. I might cheat on you, and that's something I want you to accept. You know, give her the space to agree or disagree with that. Don't try to run games, because a lot of women, like women my grandma's age, their husbands cheated, created. My uncle got 5 outside babies, nigga, and his wife never left him, never left him. But she's made it clear that those kids are not to come to the house. And I disagree with her and I agree with her because those kids are innocent. They didn't do anything to deserve not to have a father. But I also can see her point of view because every time she sees those kids, it's a reminder that her husband betrayed her. It's a betrayal. So I could see both sides. But to me, for you to cheat as a married man or even in a committed relationship, to me, you're not honorable. You're, your integrity is very low. I mean, it's deeper than having money. I can do what I want. Woo to woo. Like that's your character. Again, be honest and be like, yo, I'm a cheat. You have low integrity, and to me, you're a grifter. Cheating like that, you're a grifter because when you get another woman, you gotta lie to her. You gotta lie to your wife. You gotta hide messages, delete that. You gotta go to the hotel, pay for that. You gotta spend our marital money on mistresses.
I
Now you
mean, she
spending
wasn't gonna do nothing but spend it on a purse. So, let me spend a
it
little
don't
marital money on, something I want.
shut up. Shut up. You're not you're not making sense. It's disrespectful. It's the utmost disrespectful. It's very snake like. And then when niggas cheat, nigga, you're not wearing a condom. You're not wearing a condom. You're not wearing a condom. Hence the outside babies. Hence the black women with the highest rate of chlamydia, highest rate of gonorrhea, and 91% of new HIV cases. Someone's not wearing a condom.
That's the black women. They don't see that's the
So,
problem. It's the black women getting it. It's because they telling niggas to take the condom off. Niggas trying to be safe sexing, and then the black
oh,
women like, I don't want that rubbery
oh,
meat piece of shit. Take it off if you want this coochie.
oh,
And then so the niggas taking it off because niggas can't help themselves. They a slave to the coochie. They doing what the hoes want. That's what my philosophy.
oh, okay. So the man not saying I don't like the way this feels.
And what man is gonna say? What man is gonna say? If he can get the wop with no rubber on top, he not gonna
Yeah,
stop. Come
yeah.
on, you
Oh, oh,
know.
oh, oh, okay, okay, okay. Nigga, shut up. Look. Don't be a fool your whole life. Don't be a fool your whole life. You could be a fool some of your life, but not your whole life. Look, I'll leave with this. That side chick you messing with, she has the power to ruin your whole life. She might be some crazy chick, and she could ruin your business. She could ruin you. She has the power to ruin your life. You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe in the cheating stuff. I believe in just telling, be straight up, like, yo, whether it's a man or your wife or the husband, yo, I feel like I want to cheat. Like, what you want to do? You want to break up? You want to get a divorce? Like, what you want to do? Like, you want to roll with it? Or if I, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's only right. Like, if I cheat, then you cheat. And if I could cheat and you could cheat, then we might as well break up.
Is it right though? Is it really right?
And embarrassing you. Oh, one more thing. I'm sorry. One more thing.
What you got?
The statistics on men lead because you talking about how men, they ride or die for their women. It's all a crock of bull crap. Because, like I said, the moment your life is interrupted a little bit, you out. You out. Now, the statistics. Do you know that statistically speaking, when a man's wife gets sick, he's more statistically proven to leave her? Not COVID sick, cancer sick, um, you know, like a very tough type of sick. He's more than likely to leave her on the cancer bed. Not like not even like aid her to health. We're talking about leaving her in the midst of her being sick. The statistic says that men are 7 times more likely, 7 times more likely than women to leave their seriously ill partner. Yeah, 20%.
So
The
what if women
the
are
the
getting seriously ill 7 times more than men are?
oh my gosh, here you go. I don't know about all that. I know that my grandparents are going through something like this. My grandmother is going through dialysis, kidney failure, and it hasn't even been a year yet. Again, she's been everything for the home, for the family. She's held everything down. She's gotten homes redone through so many different programs that she's been having her ear to the streets. I mean, she's carried the home, carried the business, carried the family, and she's going through this rough time. And he already like, "Huh, I want to put her in a home, straight up, straight up. He ain't never cheated on nigga. He let him do what he do, you know, did whatever, been the perfect, literally, well, no one's perfect, but she's been like the wife that men claim they want. And they're falling into that statistic of her being seriously ill, and he's already ready to kick her to the curb. So this is a real thing. This really happens.
No, I believe it. I mean, I don't doubt you, and I've been being facetious most of the phone call, but I don't doubt you. I mean, I agree with the majority of what you said. I believe that men are more likely to do a lot of these things. I do believe that men are more likely to, leave their women. But I think men have a natural tendency to do these kind of things. Like you said, if women are more nurturing, then they're going to nurture even in sickness and bad health. Is it right? No. I'm not saying that it's a good thing, but I agree. I'm pretty sure that's pretty accurate. But what is a man supposed to do if he has needs and the woman in his life can't keep up? And
Like
he's
what?
invested in this
Sexual?
woman. So yeah, sexually. So he can say, well, I have certain needs, and maybe she was with these things at first, and things go on, relationships change, and like you said, what if he presents it? Hey, I have these urges. I want to cheat. Do we need to split up? So he have to come off half his assets because his partner has changed their position.
So if one of celebrities did that, he the guy on Love, Marriage, Hunt, some show like that. I don't watch TV, but I saw it on blogs where his wife was going through cancer and he did that. But if you're so concerned, if you can't hold out sex for a month, a couple weeks, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, if you can't hold out sex because your wife is has cancer and she's going through chemo and she's weak and losing weight, and if you can't thug that out with her and you want to come to her talking about your needs aren't met, nigga, just go to hell. I mean, you might as well just go to hell.
But here's my,
Because you think that's
but here's my
something
thing
that he
though.
could deal with.
But here's my thing. Now, it may sound inappropriate in the way we conduct ourselves in society. But if someone is being truly genuine about what they want and that's how they feel in that time, aren't they actually being better than being an individual who's just kind of sticking along idly by and not genuinely invested in the situation? I mean, they're being honest.
You're
They're not being,
no, you're exactly right. I'm not saying you're wrong about that. You're right. But my thing is that this person who's terminally ill or has cancer and going through chemo, they're already in their mind. They don't even know if they're gonna live or not. And then here it is, my husband is concerned about getting his penis wet. He's concerned about getting his penis wet, and you're gonna add that on my list of worries as a person who doesn't even know if they're going to live or not. It to me it's just selfish. I mean, you can come to her at any other time if you want to cheat, except for a time like that. A time like that, I think it is the utmost selfish thing that you can do because although you're being honest, but you're adding that to her list of worries because now she's going to be worried about, is this going to be a regular thing for him? What if he likes her more? What if he leaves me? What am I going to do going through this by myself? I mean, you just completely added another weight on her shoulders. It's selfish to me. There's men out here who've been celibate, heterosexual men who've been practicing celibacy for years. You're telling me that you can't thug it out for a few months during the chemo? It's just selfish. It's so selfish.
but not even necessarily a situation where it's terminally ill. But I'm saying, let's say somebody's been together, long term relationship, and say said partner just isn't into the same things they were once into, and maybe the man still has a healthy sex drive. Should he have to split or half of his assets because his partner has changed up on him?
Listen, as people get older, their sex drives decrease. And this goes with what it says that men talk about women don't vet. No, 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 no. Men don't vet because again they fall in love in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 without going through the vetting stage. If that's something that you know is a strong part of you, that's something that should have been discussed before you said I do about your sex drive. And hey, baby, what happens when we get older and if my sex drive is still high and yours is low? Like, what happens, like, if, like, you don't want to have sex like that and I still need my needs met? Like, would you mind me going out? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that needs to be discussed before you say I do. To me. Like, don't wait until, you know what I'm saying? To me, it goes against this whole thing that you hear a lot of men say online that women don't vet. Women need to vet better. Women need to vet. But if men vet is so great, then why are they complaining about baby mama issues and stealing their money and having such a rough time with them? If
But
they
who's
vet it,
complaining more, men or women?
nigga, both of y'all at in today's time, It seems like to me both men and women are complaining more, and I can't tell the difference between the two. I can't tell who's the man and who's the woman today because the men gossip like women, complain like women every day. Especially, I'm talking about black men. I hear black men complain, not in my area, but online. In public, they complain about everything from the white man not giving opportunities, to the white man not giving them jobs to their baby mamas, and all this, that, and the third. But you never hear them talk about solutions. That to me is when you bring the whole women aspect in it. A lot of women just complain just to complain. But men should have some type of solution. Well, all both should have solution. But if we're talking about the difference, women just gonna talk crap just to talk crap. But if you're supposed to be this big time man, nigga, you're supposed to have solutions to your complaints.
What
Stop
if
complaining
the
all the time.
solution is the passport?
Well, then go get your passport, nigga. Ain't nobody stopping you from going over there and get played by Senorita Lisa,
Is it better to get
nigga.
played by Senorita or Lakeisha or Laquita, Ebonita?
Listen, my G. You could kind of guess, predict what LaQuisha and Sharkeisha. You could kind of guess what how they gonna do, how they gonna do you and stuff, how they might do you wrong. You can't guess what Senorita over there from Dominican Republic, 'cause you don't know how she is over there. You just don't know. You might get your life taken away messing with Lisa Gonzalez Selena Ilos Dinos. You might get your life stolen, but the gang's gonna come over here and take you away.
Damn. True. Know
Look,
your territory.
huh?
I say I agree. You got to know your territory.
Nigga, stick with the uh POC said it best. Stick with the lakes and rivers you used to, unless you got some backup, to help you out, you know. But I ain't going. Yeah, Sharkeisha, that girl. She said, Sharkeisha, no, Sharkeisha, no.
Yeah, B King had a whole song about it. Oh man.
I heard that. That was funny. Look, I ain't gonna hold you any longer. I know I've been here for a minute. I just wanted to throw some facts because
Okay.
nobody never calls in with facts. Everyone just calls in with their opinions that's emotionally based or their experience. They don't come with hard facts. And I value what the facts says. And I know that someone might call like typically in dispute, what I say, and that's totally fine and everything's debatable, but the facts are facts. You can dispute everything else, but facts are facts.
All right. Well, I can't disagree. Facts are facts. I will not argue I can't argue no hard evidence with opinion. So, like I said,
Yeah.
I agree with most of what you said. So, I mean, I have
Google
no
it.
dispute.
Google it when you have time. Read up on it. Like it's. I mean, I Google. I was like, oh wow. I didn't think it was like studies on this, but it's actually studies on it.
I'm gonna check it out. I didn't think it would be either, so I didn't even take the time to look prior to. So, I will definitely take a look.
Yeah, check it out, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks
All
for
right.
having me, man. Are y'all gonna be in the chord this?
Absolutely. And for those of you who don't know, I'm about to put the link in there right now. After every stream, we slide in the Discord and we talk shit about everybody who was in the stream that didn't come to the Discord. So if you don't show up, we talking about your ass sometime. But now, I'm going to put the link in here right, but we will be in the Discord immediately after the stream. So hopefully I'll see you there, Mr. Ken.
All right, I'm gonna try to post a video there. Some niggas in New York was going crazy. I'll post a video. It's always some crazy. Yeah. All right, deuces.
All
Thanks for
right.
having me.
I appreciate the call.
All right, thank you.
All right. Shout out to Ken. We got a little bit of time. How much time we got left here? We got about 13 minutes. So I just put the Discord link in there. Shout out to Black. I'm gonna fuck up the rest of your name. We're just gonna call Black 21. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the den. First name has an invisible boyfriend, right? And you know, this is stage 4 Klingon level, right? It's when you have threatened every man that's ever come into your presence, and now you have to start, making up imaginary men. But I guess the benefit of having the imaginary man is you can make him however you want to, right? You can imagine him however you want to. He's always right. He never makes mistakes, right? You probably yell at your own imaginary. You probably make up an imaginary boyfriend and then yell at that nigga too. Oh man, that's funny. Let's see. There's people losing them. Oh man! Shout out to Strongy Grant. I appreciate the love. Thank you for the support. Shout out to Mr. Man. So look, it's a lot going on, right? I told y'all earlier. Wednesday is my birthday. All I want y'all to do is invite a friend to the den. Someone that you think will enjoy it. I don't know what we're going to talk about Wednesday. I got a few topics in mind. Maybe I'll post a poll in the Discord or something. Maybe not. Maybe we just go whatever I pick. I don't know. But she with a married man? Oh yeah, she definitely is. Definitely is. And they only come in from out of town. Working shutdowns. Man, just anyway. Oh no, don't do that. Keep it definitely above board. Bring in, or you can bring an enemy. Somebody like a friend of me that you really don't like, and you can bring him in at the end, and you introduce, hey, this is my friend so and so, and that's really like keyword that you don't really like them, and then everybody at the end just start attacking them, then they're gonna leave. But yeah, it is Monday, bro. It don't feel like I have been thrown off all day. Like I've been feeling like it's just like a Tuesday or a Thursday, like a weird ass. Not middle of the week, but interior weekday. Not on the end caps, not the weekend, but not the ends of the week. You know what I'm saying? But not the middle of the week, but in the week, internal weekdays. You know what I'm saying? It felt like one of those days today. Like you got some days to go, but you ain't just get in it, but you ain't about to get out of it. Yeah. Anyway, I put the link to Discord in there. Make sure you're following all proper social medias. Ed Honcho HTX on Instagram and Twitter. Honcho HTX on TikTok. Don't ask no questions about TikTok. Just if you got a TikTok, go TikTok it. Let me see. Probably while we're in the Discord this evening, I'll try to work on the pistachio bot. I know y'all been getting hold for your pistachios for the Stella stuff. Work on that. Maybe not. Let's see. Oh yeah, Twitter did on X now. I told you, saying on X is the weirdest shit. It's like I'm on drug. Yeah, I'm on X. Maybe that's what we do on the birthday. Anyway, it says shrimp tree. I'm telling you, I really want to try this shit. Like, I don't think I would stream under the influence of psychedelic drugs. They would definitely go on the Discord though, and let y'all participate in the journey. Cause X is like, I was rocking with Elon most of the moves he made. Just turn it to X was just not it. Like, you're gonna have to take a L on the X and not an XL. So, you know. Boop, 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 boop. But yeah, you know what I wish you could do? I wish you could donate McDonald's points. Right? And I stack up all the McDonald's points, get all the fries. So, yeah, there's that. Oh, man. I'm saying, like, imagine all like the youth now, they're on what was formerly known as Twitter, and the parents come in, what the hell are you doing? I'm on X, Mom. And mom thinks your kid has like a drug problem. He's really just a weirdo watching weird videos on Twitter. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Definitely. What? You know, a lot of groovy. I say groovy occasionally, far out. You know. But I've noticed a lot of that old slang coming back. Everything's cyclical. Groovy. There's a woman that there's an individual at my local specs who uses terms like far out, groovy, you know, right on, all that stuff. Right on's coming back. That's definitely one that's coming back. Right on. Yeah, and I inquired about why. And they said that's what their mother told them, so they used the slang that their mother taught them. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Oh man, women get half the shit when they get divorced. You know, I find it funny. Like, I love the fact that like Halle Berry and Mary J. Blige, and, like, when women have to pay spousal support and shit like that, and then they get all mad about it. They want to fucking change the laws now. I find that very amusing. No, it's all good. If you're not a Discord, it's all love. We're just talking shit. But welcome, definitely welcome. Let's see. I feel like there's something I was supposed to talk about that I'm missing. We only got a couple of minutes to go. So, actually, man. Oh, that's right, because I canceled the thing and started over. So we're actually past the deal. I forgot I restarted the whole setup. So, I'm actually 5 minutes past the deal. So, this is what we're going to do. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I'm going to go ahead and put the link to Discord in the chat one more time. We're going to slide into Discord. Again, thank you, each and every one of you, for showing up. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Shout out to everybody who called in, and I appreciate everybody, you know, sharing their perspective. Shout out to Ken coming with the facts. But yeah, we're gonna get here and talk some shit, man. You know, and some of y'all, if you done been in the den at this point and y'all don't know what I am trolling and I am not. I'm not, shame on me, shame on y'all, right? Shame on y'all, because you know better. You should know better. I think I've done enough. I've done enough content on the internet to where y'all should know when I'm just being a dickhead and when I'm being for real. You know what I mean? So, yeah. You can't join the Discord? Shoot, well, DenShowLive at Gmail or something like that. If you're having trouble with DM on any platform or whatever, we'll try to get you in. That's like the one thing, because I think a lot of us all really start fucking with the Discord together, and we be figuring shit out, helping each other out. So that shit would be cool. When's the last time you were married, first name? Just curious. Anyway, I'm about to be in the Discord. So, I do this like at the end of every stream. And I tell you to be me there, don't meet me there. But yet, for whatever reason, listen to somebody like First Name and she'll swear I'm talking about beating women. Weird shit like that. So, I'm like booting up and about to get in the Discord right now. Literally clicking on the voice chat. I'm already in that thing. So why are y'all still here? I'm gonna put the link in the chat. It's like right here. And I'm gone. Good night. Adios. Why? I'm not gonna whisper in the Discord. That's weird. I don't even know why I'm doing it now. I probably need to go to bed, but I'll be in the Discord talking shit.